have. 2 nights watched with you, but can perceive no truth in your report. Tell me, when was it last she walked?
Since His Majesty went into the field, I have seen her rise from her bed, throw her nightgown upon her, take forth paper, write on it, read it, afterwards seal it, and then return to bed, yet all this while in a most fast sleep.
A great perturbation in nature, to receive at once the benefits of sleep and do the effects of waking. In this slumbery agitation, besides her walking and other actual performances, what, at any time, have you heard her say?
That, sir, which I will not report after her.
You mean to me, and 'tis most meet you should.
Neither to you nor anyone, having no witness to confirm my speech. Although you, here she comes. This is her very guise, and upon my life, fast asleep. Observe her. Stand close.
How came she by that light?
It stood by her. She has light by her continually, 'tis her command.
Well, you see her eyes are open.
Aye, but their sense is shut.
All right, so they're talking about Lady Macbeth, and so just make a note at the top of Act 5 that she's been sleepwalking lately. And so the doctor's there to kind of like assess her in her current state.
Look what she does now. Look how she rubs her hands.
It is an accustomed action with her, to seem thus washing her hands. I've known her to continue in this a quarter of an hour. Yet there's a spot.
Harsh she speaks.
Out, damn spot, out, I say. 1, 2. Well, then 'tis time to do it. Hell is murky. Fie, my lord, fie. A soldier and a fear? What need we fear who knows it when none can call our power to account? Who would have thought the old man to have so much blood in him?
Do you mark that?
The Thane of Fife had a wife. Where is she now? What, will these hands ne'er be clean? No more of that, my lord, no more of that. You mar all with this starting.
You have known what you should not.
She has spoke what she should not, I'm sure of that. Heaven knows what she has known.
This disease is beyond my practice. Yet I have known those who have walked in their sleep, who have died holily in their beds. But
yet here's the smell of the blood still. All the perfumes of Arabia will not sweet as this little hand. Oh!
Behold, what a sigh is there. The heart is sorely charged.
I would not have such a heart in my bosom for the dignity of the whole body.
Well.
Pray God it be, sir. Wash your hands. Get on your nightgown. Look not so pale. I tell you yet again, Banquo's buried. Cannot come out his grave.
Even so?
To bed. To bed. There's a knocking at the gate. Come. Come, give me your hand. What's done cannot be undone. To bed. To bed. To bed!
Will she go now to bed?
Directly.
Foul whisperings are abroad. Unnatural deeds do breed unnatural troubles. Infected minds to their deaf pillows will discharge their secrets. More needs she the divine than the physician. God forgive us all. Look after her. Remove from her the means of all annoyance and still keep eyes on her. So good night.
This Lady Macbeth thing is on her hands. Blood. So if she feels like blood is on her hands, what is that a sign that she's feeling? Guilt, okay? So she mentions at the top of page 468, the Thane of Fife had a wife. Who was the Thane of Fife? And so she's mentioning, like, okay, we killed him, and he had a wife, didn't kill him, killed his wife. So she's mentioning that she's feeling guilty about that. The note at the bottom just says, Lady Macbeth sees blood on her hands and claims nothing will ever wash it off. And then she mentions Lady Macduff and then Banquo. She comes out right and says Banquo right here. So she's feeling guilty about the outcome of both of those two. Scene 2 is located in the country near Dunsinane, which is Macbeth's castle. We'll come back and get these notes here after it starts.
My mind she's mated and amazed my sight. I think but dare not speak.
Good night, good doctor.
The English power is near, led on by Malcolm, his uncle Seward, and the good Macduff. Our revenges burn in them. Near Burnham Wood are they coming, that way shall we meet them.
Who knows if Donalbain be with his brother?
For certain, sir, he's not. I have a file of all the gentry. There's Seward's son and many unrough youths that even now protest their first of manhood.
What does the tyrant?
Great Dunsinane he strongly fortifies. Some say he's mad, others that lesser hate him do call it valiant fury. For certain, he cannot buckle his distempered cause within the belt of rule.
Now does he feel his secret murders sticking to his hands. Now minutely revolts upbraid his faith breach. Those he commands move only in command, nothing in love. Now does he feel his title hang loose about him like a giant's robe upon a dwarfish thief.
Well, march we on, to give obedience where 'tis truly owed, to dew the sovereign flower and drown the weeds. Make we our march to Burnham! To Burnham!
Okay, so for scene 2, the English army is coming to Scotland, and they're going to meet at Burnham Wood, where's Burnham Wood? Do you know? Yes, the woods that the third apparition told Macbeth he would never be defeated unless those woods moved. Burnham Wood is the forest right outside of Macbeth's castle. So the English army is coming to Scotland and meeting there, and they're going to join forces together against Macbeth. And it says they're led by Malcolm. And these guys that are talking, those are guys that were once loyal to Macbeth. And now they're referring to him as a tyrant, saying he's mad and that they hate him. So the opinion of Macbeth is vastly different now than...
Bring me no more reports. Let them fly all. Till Burnham Wood do come to Dunsinane, I cannot taint with fear. What's the boy Malcolm? Was he not born of woman? The spirits that know all mortal consequences have pronounced me thus. Fear not, Macbeth. No man that's born of woman shall e'er have power upon thee. Then fly, false thanes, and mingle with the English epicures. The mind I sway by, and the heart I bear shall never sag with doubt, nor shake with fear. The devil damn thee black, thou cream-faced loon, where gotst thou that goose look?
So at the beginning of scene 3, Macbeth knows that Malcolm is coming with the army, and he says, like, don't even bring me any more reports, I'm not worried about it. Because the apparition said till Burnham Wood moves to Dunsinane, till Burnham Wood comes to the castle, I can't be bothered to be fearful, because they told me I'm never going to be defeated until those woods move. Woods can't move. And then he mentions the second apparition that said nobody born of woman would defeat him or kill him or harm him. And he mentions he was obviously born of a woman. He's not going to hurt me. So he's not concerned with all of this that's happening. He's saying, like, never am I going to shake with fear. I'm not going to worry about it. And that's kind of what this note over here is.
There is 10,000.
Peace, villain!
Soldiers, sir. Thou prick thy face, and overread thy fear, thou lily-livered boy. What soldiers, Patch? Death of thy soul, those living cheeks of thine are counselors to fear. What soldiers, Wayface? The English force. So please you. Take thy face hence. Satan! I am sick at heart when I behold. Satan, I say! This push will cheer me ever or deceit me now. I have lived long enough. My way of life is fallen into the sea of the yellow leaf, and that which should accompany old age is honor, love, obedience, troops of friends I must not look to have, but in their stead, curses, not loud, but deep, mouth honor, breath, which the poor heart would fain deny and dare not. Satan!
What is your gracious pleasure?
What news more?
All is confirmed, my lord, which was reported.
I'll fight till from my bones my flesh be hacked. Give me mine armor. I'll put it on! Send out more horses. Scur the country round. Hang those that talk of fear. Give me mine armor. How does your patient, doctor?
Not so sick, my lord, as she is troubled with thick-coming fancies that keep her from her rest.
Cure her of that! Canst thou not minister to a mind diseased? Pluck from the memory a rooted sorrow. Raise out the written trouble of the brain, and with some sweet, oblivious antidote cleanse the stuffed bosom of that perilous stuff which weighs upon the heart.
Therein, the patient must minister to himself.
Throw physic to the dogs! I'll none of it! Come, put mine armor on! Give me my staff! Satan, send out! Doctor, the thanes fly from me. Come, sir, dispatch! If thou couldst, doctor, cast the water of my land, find her disease and purge it to a sound and pristine health, I would applaud thee to the very echo that should applaud again. Pull it off, I say. What rhubarb, cyme, or what purgative drug would scour these English hence? Hearest thou of them?
Aye, my good lord, your royal preparation makes us hear something.
Bring it after me. I will not be afraid of death and bane, till Burnham Wood do come to Dunsinane.